Hi, today is, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to do 5 reads, and today I just finished Alice in Wonderland, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, and I'm going to be starting I, Robot by Isaac Isamone, so I'm excited about that. So now we are going to talk about Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland is by Lewis Carroll, and it was written in 1865, which was a while back, obviously. And it has 239 pages, according to one version. This version actually didn't have the pages on my Kindle. It has percentages, so I don't know exactly how many pages it was. Okay, first is the characters. We have Alice, we have the White Rabbit, the Cheshire Cat, the Mad Hare. We have so many different characters in this book. I think my favorite characters are probably the Cheshire Cat, because because of the fact that his smile disappears and his face, he can disappear and reappear whenever he wants, but he's very different than the animated Disney version, because I think that the animated Disney version is just not, like, he's also, like, mean to the Queen in the animated Disney version, whereas in the book he just talks to Alice, and he doesn't really bother the Queen, because obviously, and they try to behead the cat for some, in some way, and she can never, like, the executor is going, I can't behead the cat. Anyway, so it's really interesting. Another interesting character that I like is the Griffin and the Mock Turtle. And the Mock Turtle is one of my favorite characters. They're not really showed in a lot of Alice in Wonderland films. Like, not really. They don't have really big parts in the films. The popular films, like, the less popular maybe, but the most popular, they're not really shown. And they're my favorite two characters. The Mock Turtle always cries, so he's, like, always mournful, and he cries all the time. And he just cries and cries and cries and sobs. And there's a movie, and I didn't really look it up, but there is a movie. It's like after the years of Alice, when Alice grows up, and about how the Mock Turtle is, like, crying in the beginning, and the Griffin, they're kind of fairly large, but, the Mock Turtle is crying all the time, sobbing, and, it's kind of remembering when Alice was in Wonderland and stuff like that, and she's, like, kind of saying goodbye to them and stuff. It was a really good movie. But there's other performances that I think are really extraordinary, how the book kind of has two songs that the Mock Turtle sings. And they're in the book, and it's really a delightful song and stuff. It's touching, really. The plot. Okay, so we all know the plot. It's Alice sees a white rabbit, and she follows it down this rabbit hole, and suddenly gets sucked into Wonderland, which apparently is full of odd, weird creatures and things to eat that make you go up and down, or make you grow and shrink. Alright. And now we're going to talk about some of the themes. There are different themes that I think are really, really interesting in the book. first theme is math and like the concept of math and how sometimes it's how sometimes it's kind of confusing and stuff, and it uses some math in a very different and odd manner in the book. In the beginning, she tries to say, 4 times 5, tries to get up to 20, but she cannot do her time multiplication correctly, so she just gets really mad at herself. Another theme that I thought was really interesting was the location. Another theme in the book is that the location shifts throughout the story, but it shifts in like a surreal manner. So she's in the lake with her pool. She's in this room. She gets the key. She's in the pool of her own tears because she's crying, and then she swims to the shore, and she meets the mouse, and then so it's very it changes rapidly from chapter to chapter, so they're in a different location, obviously. But it is kind of dream-like. It's also, there are illusions. There are a lot of illusions in this book. There are illusions that are pertaining to her, and illusions that there are more illusions that are what she sees. So, like, the cat disappearing is kind of an illusion. I mean, and him leaving his only smile, which I love that, it's curious. And I also love just some of that simplicity of the illusions and stuff, and how she thinks it's weird that she's sometimes changing shapes or, growing smaller, growing taller. If she drinks something, she might go smaller or taller, and she doesn't know which way she's going to become. So it's really interesting on that too, because she imagines herself growing and going shorter and stuff, and it's a really interesting book. The writing style is just told in third person, so it is told, it's not told in by Alice, but it does talk about her thoughts, and not really the other thoughts of the other characters, because this is her dream, this is Alice's dream, and and you don't realize that until the end, but you kind of realize it if you've seen the movies or any movie. But the book, it kind of flows, and it's a dream-like things that happen, like her head gets longer, and her you can really imagine with this book. I give this book well, I would give this book probably a 5 out of 5 stars, because it's really good for children and kids, and I really think that it develops imagination, and it does have a little bit of information and stuff, but it's very nonsensical too, so I really like that. So, that is my review for Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Stay tuned for Tuesday, maybe, for another video. Bye!